Well, not just that one, but we going way back to when I lived in Detroit and ran a music rehearsal studio. And pretty rough.
Was that in the 60s?
70s.
70s? So, it was after the... Was there ever were the black people part of the hippie culture in Detroit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I always kind of picture that as like Motown,
some of the best
hippies. Yeah.
No, that went beyond cultures.
Right.
In so-called race.
Yeah.
Because there is only one race, the human race.
Yeah.
But between black and white people, that just crossed. You know, and I think that's one of the things that shows is how much we have in common, you know, and that there are.
There's only certain times in our culture, it seems like, where we come together like that, though. It's kind of.
No, I think there's more than is given credit for.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
And that's what we
you're
need
looking
to
at.
Learn more of
Or
is how to pull it together, because, you know, that the whole thing with the power structure, especially today's fascist power structure, is divide and conquer. You know, and they divide people in every way possible.
How do they do that?
Well, liberal, conservative, black, white,
yeah,
young, old, rich, poor.
Is that's constructed, you think, or it just happens? Division.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
I
You
guess,
know, in effect, it appears like it's being controlled, manipulated.
I think when
in actuality, it just might be the nature of things.
I think when I've seen a commercial recently that appears to be of no particular Democrat or Republican, and it's talking about, do you know that Obama is killing jobs in America? Right into so-and-so for the something bill.
Right.
It's obviously probably constructed by Karl Rove and all those guys.
Well, that's how.
It says it's by a grassroots movement.
Well, that's how the money thing is allowed, as long as it's not directly to a candidate.
Yeah.
You know, and so the PACs.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of underhanded divisiveness.
They said, well, you know, but didn't even mention the candidate.
Yeah,
didn't even mention the party. But
it
you
didn't.
knew what it was saying, that you already know what it was saying, and it hit, you know, the hot
They're
spot.
trying to get you to think that Obama's destroying the country and the
opposite,
jobs.
right? They're saying the opposite of what is fact, and getting away with it. Because the more they repeat it, the more, you know, like for instance, they said that 650,000 women are out of the job since Obama was there. Well, the reason they are is because the Republicans threw them out of their jobs because they were working as teachers and in government.
Yeah.
And there could, you know, it's
need to come together under a common
purpose.
Yeah,
there should be forces to try to unify humanity, and when the different power structures solidify their power by separating people into different groups, and not letting them come together as a unified force.
Do we need authority as a human race? Do we need somebody telling us what to do?
I don't think we actually do, but
it helps.
well, in effect, where we're at today is we're not in an ideal state. But I think humanity could ideally function where each individual understood within themselves the purposefulness of cooperating and not creating conflict, but actually facilitating things to happen. And especially the most basic elemental things like maintaining a livable environment. You know, like eliminating ignorance, poverty, and violence.
Yeah.
You know, if we say, well, live by the golden rule, you know, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Well, that's going to be manipulated by unscrupulous people. Now, if those unscrupulous people could justify or discover within themselves the purpose of cooperating instead of manipulating, then it could happen. And I think that's, yeah, that seems definitely possible. I know a person would say, well, you're not being realistic, and a realist would say, no, it's not possible. But they don't know that. It is possible. It isn't likely to happen very quickly, given where we're starting from right now and the strength of the forces and the momentum they have at keeping us apart. So,
Yeah.
so that we can't pull it together and say, hey, no, you're not going to mess with our water like that. You know, with that fracking and that, you know, tar sands, oil development, and, you know, a whole series of different things that are happening to water, because the water is too fundamentally important to everybody, and everybody should have a franchise to their existence, you know, so that what they need, you know, air, water, food, space, peace. You know, and those things should not be out there up for grabs as profit-generating mechanisms, which everything is becoming now. Education is one of the more obvious ones. Military, security, all those things are being privatized, and big for-profit organizations are taking them over and defranchising the individuals, so that, you know, there are places like in South America where the water used to run down in creeks and people used to go get the water, but then some international corporation buys the contract and controls the flow of the water and sewage, and then these people say, well, we don't have the money to pay for it. Well, it's your problem. Get a job.
So that's these are clear examples of bad authority.
Yeah.
Authority that's misusing their power.
Yeah, they're manipulating the political authorities. The big money
For their own personal gain, that doesn't make sense. That just doesn't seem to add up. Did they not? Maybe they don't know that they're destroying.
Right. They don't empathize with humanity as a group.
Yeah.
They think it's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
for
can't
themselves.
understand that. Yeah.
I can't either. And I hope there's more and more people that don't. But you know, historically there have been visionaries who said that humanity will not progress any further. Our society won't progress any further until humanity, the individual, progresses.